Cheers. G'day everyone. Sonia Bernard here, linked by ink, your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And I am back from vacation, and today is July 13th. Tomorrow is my daughter's birthday. She'll be 20. Oh my gosh, where does the time go? It flies by. So today I am bringing you back with a card class, and there are 4 cards, and it's a kit. So what that means is when you make a purchase of $35 or more before shipping and tax using the host code that's down in the description of this video, you will get this card kit for free. What comes in the kit? The cardstock, any ribbon that I use, any die cuts. What doesn't come is bling and stamped images. It's against policy to stamp images, and it defeats the whole purpose of you doing it for yourself. Okay, so it is a kit prepped, ready to go, that you get absolutely free when you spend $35 or more with me using that host code. Now, I used to do it, today's Thursday, the 13th, and normally I just did it to the next Monday, the 17th. And I would do one every single week of these kits. But what I'm finding is that there's people who, they want my kits, but it's like you can't place an order every single week. That's a lot, you know, unless you're doing it, you know, as a jobby like me. And sometimes, you know, most weeks I am placing an order every week. But as someone who's just crafting and doing this for fun, as a hobby, I want to give you more time to take that opportunity to shop with me and to get your kit. And one of the reasons for that is today, well, that to give you more time, is because one reason is because now I can bring you this week, I can bring you this card class and this kit offering. But then next week, I can just bring you a fun video that's just to teach you how to do a fun fold or how to do a background technique, just something fun, you know. And so that way I can switch it up. And it just, I think, will make it more interesting for everybody and give everybody that extra time needed to make your purchase and get this kit for free. And so my expiration date for today's kit is today, July 13th, 2023. I was going to say 2003. That's when my daughter was born. 2023. And the cutoff will be Monday, July 24th, 2023. Okay, if I can get that out. Now, another one of the reasons for this is because today's cards are using the super cute Trucking Along, there we go, stamp set. So I'm trying not to get glare on it, but anyway, this is currently not orderable. Bummer. But it will be back on the 17th of July, the week of. So not on necessarily on the 17th, but start checking back. It's on the online exclusive store. And I think if I remember, I'll put a link for this straight to the online exclusives. Just remember to type in that host code when you are, if you're just following the link that goes straight to this stamp set, it's not going to have a host code. So make sure you type in that host code. Or maybe it will. I don't know. It also has a coordinating punch. Now, I actually did not use the punch in my card making this week when I made this kit. Everything just came together, and I like how the cards came out, I have to say. But we are also using, the paper is the Earthen Elegance paper, which is this paper here. And let me just go ahead and show you the cards and let's see what you think. I love it, the Trucking Along. There is some two-step stamping, and the wonderful thing I found is the first one I did, I actually stamped it perfectly, like getting that red inside those black lines, filling in that color, because that red is a stamped image. And then this is two-step stamping as well. And then the second one I did, I was way off. I was like, if you can see that black line, and then you can see that Moody Mauve, whichever way you want to go. But I got a blender pen, and I blended where I messed in with the blender pen, and it looks fine to me. And then the third one, got it in. Yay, not a problem. But the fourth one, oh, I missed again. Oops. But you can't really, like, it doesn't really matter as long as you fill in the bits that you missed down the bottom. And I'll show you, because I'm sure I'm going to miss again today, so I can show you how to fix that with my blender pen. Did I forget the blender pen? No, I tried to remember everything. I've got my dimensionals. Look at that. Finally. Yeah, this cute little blender pen. These last a really long time too. Like, I've had this for probably years and it hasn't dried out on me yet. So, although I must admit, it sits on the shelf a lot. I need to pull it out more often when I'm doing stamping and where it needs to be colored in. This is a great little tool just for coloring as well. If you don't have watercolor pencils or you just want to do something different, it's a great little tool to have. So we are going to go ahead and make this class. Oh, and let me remind you too, when you spend $50 or more, some of these cute little embellishments, you will get a free embellishment, and as long as they're available, it will be the Rustic Metallic Embellishment for this offering. That is what you will be getting free when your purchase is $50 or more prior to shipping and tax. And don't forget, right now during July, boom, 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 bonus days. So for every $50 you spend, you're going to get an email coupon from Stampin' Up! That says, hey, here's another $5. So you've got now a free card kit, free embellishment, and another $5 coupon that you can use next month in August. So it's a great time to grab those things on your list. Check out our online exclusives that are only online. Check out our kits that are only online. And yeah, I'm going to turn you down and we're going to get started. Okie dokie. Let me change some settings real quick. Otherwise it'll be back to front and reversed. Let's see. It's been 3 weeks since I've done this. So let's see how we go. Oh my goodness. I feel a little rusty. I did all my videos before I left. So let me just make sure I've got that noise off. There we go. And we're going to start with this cutesy little one. Let me know what you think of the cards. I do need a scrap piece of paper. Oh my goodness, I'm a hot mess. I knew I'd forget something. But we will need a little scrap just to do our blender pen. So, trucking along, so cute. And I wanted to give these cards kind of like a masculine vibe. And I found that Earthen Elegance paper, I'm probably saying it wrong now, was just perfect for this. So, I've used for this first one, we've used some grey granite cardstock, and I did cut this. So when I first cut it, you're cutting it, well, I cut a little bit off, but it was 4 and a quarter inches by 11, and then it scored at 5 and a quarter, which is like half. And then I took that half and I cut off 2 3/4 from one side. And then I also took off another 1/4 inch from there. Boop. Now, when you order this kit, you're going to get a PDF tutorial emailed to you. It's going to have all the instructions in it. So you're not going to be guessing, well, what's what? What did she use? What do I need? Everything's going to be in there, listed, item number. So you can literally just go in and start shopping if you want to, making it easy for you. Okay. So we're going to start with the inside. This is just basic white, 5 and a quarter by 4, your regular. And you can put whatever you want here. I am going to put wishing you a festive Christmas because I wanted to make this a little masculine Christmas card. I need to get started on those Christmas cards. And you know our new mini catalog does not come out till September unless you join. This is a pre-peacock. If you join Stampin' Up, you can get them. We can start ordering from the mini catalog August 2nd. Yes, I can't wait. I'm very excited. And we get to see the PDF catalog July 26th. So if you want sneak peeks, if you want to get in before other people, then go ahead and join my team today. It's a great time to join. And when you join my team, you get all the PDF tutorials for free. I upload them into my team group on Facebook. I have a really fun group. I I call them a group more than a team because we're a group of people who just absolutely love Stampin' Up, and we love to have fun and love all things Stampin' Up. Could talk all day about it. So we're going to get this truck, and we're going to get some black magenta ink and just give that a nice good inking. Is that a word? And inking. Now I'm going to do this a little bit to the left because I do have my cloud is going to go up here, my bling is going to go up here. So a little bit more to the bottom left is where I'm going to place this. Now you also have this little stamp here. Let me show you what it looks like on here. It's this little stamp here. Okay, that's one, it's joined together. And the way I lined it up was, instead of just plopping it onto here, I actually set the stamp onto the wheels and lined it up and then pressed the block down onto it. Does it make sense? So I'm not going to do it again because I don't want to mess it up, but just say, here's the stamp. I placed the stamp down, lined it up, and then I pressed the block, and that way it should match up nicely. We'll see how good we can do with this. So we're going to get black magenta with that, and you'll see it's just those two little dots. It's like a cyclops smiley face. Okay, now I am going to bring this down a little bit so I can try to see and really get over the top. It's a little bit hard to see. I've got my microphone's in the way here, my iPad's in the way, and so if we get a little bit off, don't worry too much. Oh, it's way off in this back one. See where that, can we see? Be like, oh no. Okay, here's the thing. It looks like some people might go, oh my gosh, I'm not doing that. Throw it away. No, don't do that. That's a waste. Cardstock, everything these days costs money and things aren't getting cheaper. Grab your cardstock, grab your blender pen, stick your blender pen just in the little ink. You see how it's already, that tip has already got that black on it. You don't need a lot because we're only filling this little bit in here. And we're literally just going to color that in, okay? Okay. And no one's going to be the wiser. Okay. Then, this is where I needed my scrap paper, because next we're going to use real red to stamp our truck, and if the same thing happens, we need that clean. So you just scribble it on the paper till you don't see any more color, and you'll see the kind of, it has some color on it. Whoops, out of camera range. But when you wipe it, no color's coming off, okay? So here we go with the real red, and we'll see how badly we can mess this up. But don't worry about it too much because it's going to turn out okie dokie. So we're going to do, that's the wrong one. We're going to get the fill in. That was the outline. I'm definitely going to have to clean that. So we're going to get this fill in right here. Put that in real red. And let's pull it down. I'm going to pull it down as far as I can without going off screen, so I can try to just get a good overview. And if it's not perfect, don't worry about it. And I did find red to be a little easier because you could actually see through it better. And I always just press, let the paper draw the ink off these photopolymer stamps. Always give it a little extra second. Boom. Now, slightly, ever so slightly, off up the top. But you know what? You can't even tell. I don't even care. And no one knows that it's not supposed to have that little white part on the bottom. I'm going to leave it as is. That's fine for me. That works great. If you want to fill it in a little bit more, you can. Now, if you are doing this, if you had the old Stamparatus, you could definitely use that for this. Unfortunately, we don't carry it anymore. So, I hate to plug the competition, but, you know, since we don't have Stamparatus anymore, there are other stamping devices out there. I won't even say the name. You know who they are. And you could use that, and you might, you know, that you're going to have a perfect result every time. But if you don't have one of them, I don't want you to be scared about doing this stamping, and I don't want you to be scared about messing it up slightly. Don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. Now, a lot of times when I am doing stamping, I find that doing the fill-in image first works better, but I tried it with the trees, and what I did was I did a little practice stamp, and I found it easier to do it the outline first. So we're going to line this up over here, trying to get on top of it. If it's not perfect, I'm not going to cry about it, because I am off a little bit off camera, so the angle is a little harder. And then this is in Pretty Peacock. Then I'm going to get this fill in, and I am going to stamp off, and then I'm going to bring it down so I can see, and that's pretty easy to line up there. Boom. Okay, so no one is the wiser that I actually like it with that little strip down the bottom. So hey. Now one thing you'll notice is when I did this card, excuse me, I hadn't really looked at my stamp set thoroughly. I just grabbed the truck and started like, let's create, you know. I got excited, and I didn't realize that there's actually a little stamp like for the road. Okay, as you can see that we've done here, it's got the road stamp there. So I did use a blend. This was a light smoky slate, and I just drew a little bit under the wheel. Okay, but this one I'm going to go ahead and stamp it. I did grey granite, and we're just going to go ahead and stamp that under the wheels. So just ink that up and pop it under here. And there we go. And it doesn't actually have to be perfect when you're doing this, because this grey granite is lighter than the black, so it kind of just blends in and looks great. So there we go. That's what we're doing with that little one. Okay. And now all of these, they are all very similar. They've all got the truck. The trucks are just in different colors, palettes, and then we've got different layouts. Now, let me tell you something. If you grab this card kit and you're like, oh, I don't want to wait for the truck, or just say you have one of our old trucks, or anything else, you can go ahead and just simply change this image up right here on this piece of paper. You can use this same layout. You know, you can use the same colors if you have the same colors. You can change the colors up. You know, there's endless possibilities. You can turn these all into birthday cards. I mean, just do you. Use this video. Even if you're not purchasing the kit, use this video to get creative. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to get you guys creative. Or creating, I should say, not get you guys creative. Get you guys creating, pulling out the stuff you have. You know, if you're sitting here thinking, oh, I have this old stamp set, go grab that thing and use it. Now, I always add to my collection. So don't be afraid to order more, because there's always new fun stamp sets coming. Oh, wait, did I make a boo-boo? Oh, no. Okay, I was like, what am I doing? Don't worry about it. Okay, this DSP is 2 1/4 by 4. My brain was doing a card from last night, and there was a different set of cards I was doing for my card class this Sunday, and my brain was like trying to put that card together. I was like, no, that's not it. So we're just going to go ahead and center that on this little flap here. How cute. Easy. Love it. Then we're going to go ahead and grab our truck, and we're going to put this. And so this little piece of paper is a 2 1/2 by 3 1/2 basic white cardstock. And we're going to go ahead and glue that down onto our little grey granite that we trimmed earlier. Here we go. Then I did grab the Give It a Whirl dies, because they're so handy. I do love those dies. If you don't have them, oh, let me stretch for them. Ah, there we go. This is the Give It a Whirl dies, and you've got a lot of different ones in here, so it's a lot of fun. You've got shapes, hearts, clouds, stars, you know, circles, and even, I forget this thing is here a lot, so I need to remember to pull it out. So we've got our little cloud, and I used this one here, but you could use whichever one you want, whichever fits in your kit. you will get the little, this one. And we do just want to put, excuse me, allergies. I get allergies year round, so I'm just a hot mess all the time. Okay, and we're just going to pop that on there and have that little cloud. And then you can really place this wherever you want. If you want it all the way over here, well, I wouldn't, because I got glue there. Oh my goodness. You can get these on Amazon, a little glue remover. You can get a bag of them real cheap. Okay, so I really want to cover up where I'm going to write. I don't want to write up here, and I don't want to write all the way to the side when I'm writing on the greeting. I'm going to be very careful to write right there, so that when the card is open, you don't see handwriting everywhere. So you just eyeball that. I'll try to center it between the top and the bottom this way. And I just always get my thumb, and then I go a little bit closer in from where my thumb is. And then I'll put that down. Let me stand up again. I'm much better when I'm standing and I can see over top. Let's bring that down a little bit. There we go. And now a little bit of bling, and this is those Rustic Metallic Adhesive-Backed Dots. And I do like them. For a masculine card, they're just perfect in my opinion. And you just pop these wherever you want. You don't have to put them where I put them. And there's card number 1. Okay, boom. Let's try to move a little quicker with card number 2, because I know sometimes I can go kind of slow. I'm not a fast crafter. I see some people who are just bing, 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 bing. I'm like, oh my goodness. Now, we use this from Stylish Shapes Dies. And, you know, I love my Stylish Shapes. It's a staple. It's the second largest one. So if you're recreating this, or you get the kit and then you want to make more, oh, there'll just be one of these in here. I cut extra in case I make a boo-boo when I'm stamping. So this is a thick basic white cardstock, and it's just our regular 8.5 by 5.5. Oh, let me turn the page to the next set of instructions. I do write it down as I create, so I can, you know, tell you guys verbally what the instructions are. And of course, when you buy the kit, you do get that PDF with pictures, all the measurements, so you don't have to try to be writing it down right now. And we have got our Moody Mauve, Moody Mauve, whichever way you want to say it, and that is 5 by 3.5. And then we've got our DSP, which is 5 by 3.25. And we're just going to simply layer these down. This is what the back looks like. So again, just mix this up however you want. Use the layout. That's what I'm really want you to do, is grab this layout, use it. If you're going to grab my kit, definitely grab my kit. It's a great value. It's like a $20 value that you're getting for free when you place an order. I mean, hello, free is good. That's mailed to your door, so it's really more like a $25 value, because I pay the postage on that too. So, and it costs you nothing. And if you're already placing that order, may as well just, you know, get free stuff while you're at it. Who doesn't love free? Okay, so we're just gonna glue this down. Now, if you wanted to, you know, you could pop this up too, but I'm keeping it quick and simple. And there we go. Okay, so we've got our circle, and let's do our truck. Let's see if we can get this one. How great we can get it. We're going to use the Moody Mauve, whichever one you want to say. I always say both. I don't know why. I just feel like I should say both. It's tribute. Okay, we're going to do this in Memento black ink. I really like to give it a good stamp up with that Memento. We're going to pop that in there. And then I think I'm actually going to do our little sunflowers first. And that is these cute little bushel of flowers. Bushel? I just thought, it says sending you sunny thoughts. To me, flowers are a sunny thing. I'm going to line that up. Hopefully I did good there. Oh, look! Sometimes it just works out perfectly. And you're like, yes, thank you, universe, for that. And let's try the wheels. Okay, the song The Wheels on the Bus is going through my head. I am going to pull that down further. Let's see if we can get this one lined up better this time. Oh, almost perfect. Almost. We just a tiny little bit there. And look, now no one knows the difference. How awesome is that? I love a blender pen, people. Love it. Okay, now we're going to go with the Moody Mauve, vase, potato. You know how it goes. Okay, tomato. I say tomato. Okay, Moody Mauve. Let's see if we can get this one lined up a little better all round. Oh, I think I did better on this one. And oh, it's a little bit high on the front here. I'm like high on the front, but good in the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab that blender pen. Let's make sure I've cleaned it off there. And I'm just going to tap right here on the side of the ink. And I'm going to go ahead and fill this in. And it's just, you could literally leave it and no one would know the difference. It's really fine. And I am going to just fill in that. I'm filling that roof bit because I don't want it to look weird. And there we go. Whoever gets it, I mean, it is handmade, so it is not machine made, which means it will have slight flaws, okay? You don't have to be sad if it's tiny bit off. You don't have to throw it away. You don't have to think, oh, this is no good. It's good. It's going to be loved by whoever you give it to. And then we can do our road again. And I think I want to do the road, I think I did it upside down, that one. I want to do it with the straight part across the top. So then it kind of goes down. There we go. And that's in that grey granite. And then we are going to get some blends. Now here you can just use whatever you have laying around to colour. But we are going to colour these cute tiny little flowers in the back. And I'm using a Granny Apple Green and a Daffodil Delight. And I should have put my glasses on like normal, but I didn't. So we'll just colour these leaves in real quick. And my eyeballs, I'm squinting. I'll do that stem right there in the green. And then we'll get this Daffodil Delight. And because these are so small, you definitely want to use this small end. Just give it a little colour. It doesn't even have to be perfect, for real. It's so tiny. And that's what our little car looks like. Okay, cute. Okay, next we are going to do a quick little technique in here too, because I wanted the sentiment to fit like on the card here like this, but the sentiment I have is this long and it's not going to fit. So we are going to do a little masking, and what you do, let's see if we can make this good. So you see that this is sending you sunny thoughts and it's all the way across. This is sending you and then sunny thoughts. So what I did is I doubled the width of the stamp set, and then I've got my post-it note, and we're going to do sending you this way, and we're going to cover that with the post-it note. And I probably needed to get a wipe here and I didn't get one, but we'll just see how this goes. Then you're going to take your ink pad. See, last time I did this, I got this all over the block. Oh, yeah, still got it at the end there. So let me just run and grab a wipe real quick. I'm going to take that off. And then the only part that's inked is here, plus the end of the block. 1 second. I knew I couldn't make it. Oh, I even thought about this last night before bed. I was like, oh, make sure you get everything, because you're always forgetting something. Oh, and the wipes are over here. Oh, they went to the other end, but they're right here. One day, one day I will just not have to run to the other end of the room. So you just wipe that off. This is just a baby wipe. Use the non-alcoholic. I don't want anything, if it does touch my stamps, I don't want it drying out my stamps. You definitely don't want alcohol. Get the fragrance-free ones. Okay, so then we are going to stamp this up the top. I just really feel like I want to make sure there's nothing on that, because I didn't give it a good clean beforehand. We're going to stamp that there. Sending you. Yay! That part worked. Let's try again. So then you're going to want to clean that off. Definitely clean off your stamp. And then you're also going to want to put it on your scrap and just make sure anything is gone. You see how there's a little, don't know if you see that, there's a tiny little bit of residue there. So you don't want that. So make sure you just give it a stamp onto that scrap paper. Then we're going to simply do the opposite. And we're going to put it here. We can move it over. You can use the same piece. Just, I would move it over a little bit so you don't have all that ink touching it. And we will get the medium mauve. And stamp, stamp. Oh, did better on that one. And then that can go in the trash. And we'll just wipe that. And then we should be able to make sure we're going up the right way. And you can just put this, I'm going to bring it down a little bit so I can see better. Sunny Thoughts. Boom. It worked. Yay. I love it when a plan comes together. Thank you. Okay. Then this is kind of, I get it kind of close, but we can still trim that edge there, give it a little cutesy look. And we are going to go ahead and tie this around here. We're going to get our little linen thread here and tie a little bow just to give our card a little extra pizzazz. Now, you know what? We can move the bow in a second, so just tie your bow and then we'll scooch it down to the end. Oops. Where did the end go? Oh, here we go. And then we will snip that off. And then just scooch with your fingers down to about there. Now, all we need to do is kind of line up where we're going to put our truck and our sentiment. Okay, and so now this is going to go flat. If you want, you could put dimensionals, but I want it underneath the truck, so we're going to put it about there. Just move that to where you want it. And then we're going to throw some quick dimensionals down on the back of this. Just 1, 2, 3, I think I'll do 4. And pull those backings off. Gosh, I love dimensionals. I'm not using a whole lot today though. I'm trying to be a little bit more conservative. Whoops, dropped it. And then we're going to pop this on. And there's some more Rustic Adhesive-Backed Dots because they're so cute. And again, just put it where you want it. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. And then you've got Sending You Sunny Thoughts. Yay! And it makes it like it has a touch, you know, of flowers and stuff. But men like flowers too, I'm sure. Some men. I mean, you know. Okay. Number 3. We're going good, going strong. I love the way this one came out. I think it's the palm tree. I just, like, I don't get why you have a palm tree in the back of your truck, but I'm here for it, okay? It's giving me all those summer vibes. So we're just going to roll with it. And I like the simplicity of this card. Well, they're all quite simple. So again, we've used our Stylish Shapes circles. So this is what you're getting when you get your kit. You're getting this, okay? And you provide the ink and the stamping and all that. And again, if you don't have this particular stamp, use something else here. Use this exact same layout, but just use something else. And there you go. You're getting creative. Okay, so this is a thick, basic white cardstock. And you're going to want to use that thick when you're just using the white. Because regular basic white, it's a little bit more, it's a lot thinner, let's say. It's like the same thickness as your cardstock. So, might even be thinner than that, I think. Which is what I've cut the circles out of. Let's feel. Feels a little thinner than this too. I know somewhere I can get you the actual, you know, what's what. Okay. This is not copper clay. What? I'm looking at the wrong one. This is our grey granite. And this is 3 1/4 by 5. And our DSP is 3 1/8 by 4 7/8. And we're going to layer them together. We're not going to put it onto the card first. We don't want to do that because we need to wrap some linen thread around. Oh, I forgot something else. Good gravy. This is what happens. I have to set up my filming at the end of my tables where I do my classes. But my desk is at the other end where I keep all my stuff. You know, when I'm creating and everything. So, I forget stuff. I thought I had it all. But I really like my Seal Plus for stuff like this. This is when I do grab that Seal Plus. Oh, it's dirty. Oh well, let's not look at that. So we're going to want just kind of under halfway down. I'm going to want a line of Seal Plus here and a line of Seal Plus there. And then I'm going to take my linen thread and I'm going to wrap this around like 3 times. So I'm going to stick that there, wrap, letting it sit into the Seal Plus as I go. It's going to help keep that in place. And you can space this out how you want it. If you want it, you know, further apart, closer together. And then number 3. I'm just going to pop that across there. So that Seal Plus really helped keeps that linen thread in place. Because then we're going to adhere this to the front of the card. And I have got this a little bit more towards the bottom. So it's not centered. Its center would be about here, I would think. So it's just a little off center. But you can put it anywhere you want. Play around with it. Change the orientation of the card. You know, just make it your own. And we're going to put this off to the side as well. So you've got more of a gap here. And there's our base. Okay. Now, we're all about that truck in this one. Yay! Not about that base. So, every day is a fresh start. And I think this could be used for, you know, it's definitely more masculine vibe, but you could probably just change the paper up. And this is pretty peacock, right? Let me say the right thing. Yeah, it's pretty peacock. And we're going to stamp that here. And again, we used our Stylish Shapes dies. Second largest and third. So, well, if you go 1, that was number 2, number 3, that's number 4. If you're counting from the outside. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Who remembers that from school? Oh my gosh, I don't even know if they say that anymore with the kids. Probably not. I'm an old person. That's okay. So now we're going to do the trucking along little truck. It's so cute. Now if you have our old truck, it actually faces the other direction. So I call this my Australia truck because it's driving on the left hand side of the road. So, which is how I grew up driving. And we're going to pop that down. And then we're going to do the wheels again. It's the same thing 4 times, but with different colors and different different little things in the back of the truck. Okay, let's bring her down again, see if we can get this lined up nice. It is definitely easier when you don't have a microphone and an iPad in your eyesight, and when you have glasses on, which I do not. Oh, those are way off. Okay, now you see I'm just laughing about it now. I'm like, because it's no big whoop. It's really not. I mean, I've fixed it as quick as look at it, you know. It's like, no one's gonna know. I love this. And I swear it, oh, I just went out the line. And what you do if you do that is just kind of go around, blend it in. No one's gonna know. And it is easier, like I said, when you're not trying to lean, you know, with other stuff in your way. And if you wear glasses, you actually have them on. It makes life easier. So now we're gonna get our pretty peacock. Actually, let's not. Let's get our palm trees and stuff and do that first. I think it's easier to put that in before. Now, there is a second stamp for this, like if you want to do two-step. Let me show you that on here. You see, there is one for the flowers, so you could do two-step, like we did for the tree here. And there is one for this palm tree as well. You could do two-step. But you know what? I found it just easier to color it in with blends, in all honesty. So I'm going to guess and hope that's pretty close. Oh, look at that. Boom. We won't be looking at my little messed up wheels there. That's okay. We'll just put this over top of it. And again, no one's really going to be, if they're that picky, then they need to start crafting, and then they can come at you. There we go. Then they can come talk. Okay, pretty peacock. So let's clean off that block that I used. And I am just stamping it off onto the paper, just get any residue off, any of that cleaning residue. And we'll go ahead and use our pretty peacock and see if we can get this one lined up. I'm 0 for 3 right now at getting them perfect. But again, I just pulled that off screen. Let's see how we go. Maybe if I'm a little more cautious. Probably not. But I'm not going to cry about it. Not too shabby. We can live with that one as is. I can live with that. Now, it will dry a little lighter. I know sometimes when you look at these colors, you're like, oh my gosh. Like when you look at that color and this color, this looks so much darker, but they do dry. So this color is going to dry lighter and it's going to dry to that, okay? I don't know if you can see that. Let me hold that up a little bit better so you can really see that difference. So once it's dry, it's going to be more true to color than when it's wet. Keep that in mind. So you're not surprised when you see something. Okay, and then we just I used the Stampin' blends. If you've got, you know, watercolor markers, got your kids' markers for school. I know it's back to school. Grab a pack for yourself while you're there. If you these are not in your budget yet, grab some school markers. Whatever you have is fine. It's not going to matter. It's a card. There we go. So that's Moody Mauve, Daffodil Delight, and Granny Apple Green. And I used all the light colors of all of these. Really should have glasses on. Like I'm coloring and I'm like, which one is the leaf? Oh my goodness. Okay. We're just gonna guess there. I don't know why I don't put my glasses on. I forget that I need them because I still can see, but it's like a little blurry. So I'm like, it's the smaller print. I'm just getting old, folks, you know. Now, I am going to put dimensionals on this, but I'm not going to put any on the right-hand side of this. So left-hand side when you flip it, and I'll show you why in a sec. I'm just going to put 2 on the right side, and then we can put, you know, I like about 4 on these things. There we go. And then before you peel it off, I always like to line it up and go, okay, where do I want this? I'm going to actually line this up with the truck a little bit. I could line it up so it looks like that's the road. Oh, why don't we do that? I'm going to change it up a little bit, make this one a little higher, I think. So this, I'm going to make the road there. It's not really, but you know what I mean. But it doesn't really matter. That's what's great. This is what I love about card making, is you're so free to do so many different things. You know, they're smaller, they're quicker to do. Like, I do love scrapbooking too, but I find it just so much more time consuming, and I think that's what drew me to card making. Was I'm like, oh, I can whip out a whole bunch of these, and if it's not perfect, it doesn't matter, because some people don't keep cards anyway. They take it, they admire it, they have it up for a bit, and then they put it in the trash. And you know, does that make me sad that they throw out my artwork? Yes, but am I going to cry about it? No. So that's number 3. And then last but not least, it's special delivery, and I thought this would be great for a masculine birthday. Something different. It's got a little heart, so it's obviously someone you love. We got presents, and it's also got this masculine feel to it. And this kind of reminds me of like confetti, but not. It's also like paint splotches. Sorry, need my coffee. I'm like on my 3rd cup today. Oh my gosh, I had my first ever energy drink yesterday. I'd never had an energy drink like ever in my life. And because I don't like Monsters. I just feel that they're not very good for you. But my husband had said that a Celsius was really good. And I had one of them, and it did taste really good. But then I felt like I had just drank a whole pot of coffee. I was like, ping, 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 ping. Which was great, because I actually had to stay up late working last night because I was slacking off yesterday morning. So, okay, now we have got our, let me go back, basic white cardstock in 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Now we have 3 pieces, and we're going to do something a little different here. We've got our copper clay, which is 4 3/4 by 3 1/2, and then we've got 2 DSPs, which are 3 3/4 by 3 1/4. And when you're cutting that, you're going to want this 3 3/4 long, 3 1/4 wide if you have a directional piece. Now, what we're doing with this is we're going to pull this in. See how we're going to wrap this around here? But it needs to be all in one piece. So I'm going to kind of put my brown piece down, right? But I'm not gluing, I'm just eyeballing. I'm putting my blue piece down. That's going to go about here. Then I'm putting, I can actually bring that down a little bit, this other piece down. Now, without getting glue on the white, here's what I'm doing. I'm lifting up this flap. I'm going to put this, I'm just put some random glue here. I'm going to lift up this flap. I'm going to put some random glue here. I'm going to glue that down. You're like, why is she doing this? This is the only way I could think to get these 3 pieces to make them one piece, so that then I can get that thread and wrap it around. And then we're going to do this part. And don't go all the way over, because you don't want to go in on that white part there. You don't want to glue it to the white part yet. So then we've got like one piece basically. Make sense? And then if you want, you can, you know, add a little extra here. If you think, okay, I want that more down there. Add a little extra here onto the brown. Just, boop. There we go. And now we've got like that one piece that we can wrap our ribbon around. I just thought, for me, that was, for my brain, it was the easiest way to do it. And then we'll get our Seal Plus again. Love that stuff so much. And we are going to put 3 of these this way. And again, you can put this way you want. doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be perfect. Oh, maybe I should have started further over. Just wrapping that around 1, 2, 3 times. Oh, no, still got it. Made it onto my Seal Plus. Excuse me, there's your linen thread. Oh, no. Maybe you should have cut that a little longer. There we go. Okie dokie. So, this one I've got it a little closer together. This one I'm going to leave it a little more spread out because I can. Okay, now we're just going to glue this down onto here. And again, if you wanted to, you could go ahead and dimensional this. I don't want to. I want to make it flat. And we're going to center this onto our page. Centering the copper clay cardstock, which is that one at the bottom, but making sure we fit these two pieces on. This is why when you're laying it down, you want to make sure that you've got it laid down onto the white, because you don't want to go too far over. That would not be fun. Okay, just really give it a good push. There we go. Now we've got our cute little heart that we got out of Give It a Whirl, and we've got the same size circle. So if you are trying to recreate these or mass produce these, you can do a whole bunch, because it's the same thing. You can just, you know, get your die cutting machine and die cut a whole bunch of circles, and then you can make a whole bunch of these cards. Okay, so truck, here we go. And again, it's kind of, you know, the same thing, which that makes it easy too, because you can stamp a bunch of these trucks, and then you can just change what's in the back of them. We're talking like if you want to mass produce this kind of card. Okay. Like, just say you're choosing one of these to be your Christmas card, or you want to make a bunch of, you know, masculine birthday cards. Maybe you're a demonstrator as well, and you want to go sell these at a craft fair. We're going to grab the presents, and we're going to stick them in the back. Oh, I think I did good. We'll see. Yes! Oh my gosh, that's probably the easiest part, which is weird, because maybe because it's the smallest part and you're really only lining up that back part. But I do love that. Love it when a plan comes together. Okay, we've got our grey granite again, and we are going to stamp our road. And I'm going to put that right here. Wonderbar. Okay, then we've got last one to line up. Let's see how we can go with this one. And this is Misty Moonlight. And we're also stamping our special delivery on our heart in this one. So I just thought, you know, sometimes it's fun to grab different die cuts and put your sentiment on that. Different shapes other than like a circle or a rectangle or a square. So I went with the heart, and it fit perfectly. I was like, yes. Now you can leave that blank and see how that's white. I did get a little sponge dauber, and I sponged around the side of it. So what I'm going to do is not do this one with the sponge daub, and then you can see which one you prefer at the end. Okay, so we're going to leave this white. Now we're going to get the body stamp. Let me just clean that off. Make sure I stamped it off. Okay, let's see how this goes. This is in the Misty Moonlight. And again, I did mess up with this one the first time I did it, so, and it still turned out fine. I was able to rectify it. Down we go. Let's give it a second. I really want that ink to really draw off the stamp onto the paper. Oh, I went a little bit low. I did this as a low rider. Okay, so again, quick and easy to fix. You just get your, and you see my tip is black, but there's I've done it and there's no ink on there, you just soak that up, and we will quickly fill in this eyeballs if they will focus. There we go. So you can just use this one tip and just change the color again and again and again. And boom, no one's going to know. It looks good. And again, you'll see that color difference in it being wet and dry. Does make a big difference. Just remember to clean off your blender pen. If you'll see what I'm doing over here, you'll see I've got, you really want to, I kind of got a lot of ink on that one, so you want to make sure it's nice and clean so that next time you go to use it, it's ready to go and you don't have to worry about getting different ink colors on there. Then for the presents, I just grabbed the colors literally out of this paper. I probably could have grabbed wild wheat too, but me and wild wheat don't get along, so I'm just not a fan. Sorry, wild wheat. Sorry. So, oh, I need to fill in that part there with the blender after I just cleaned the blender. I just noticed it. So, we're just going to quickly fill this in. Moody mauve. And then we'll do that. Almost done. Get that blender pen too. What? Just fill that part in there. Nobody's gonna know. It'll be our little secret. That blue is really inky, so it's taking me a little bit extra to clean that off. I'm getting there. But I really don't want to make that boo-boo of having ink on that when I pick that up to use it again. So clean it as you go, and that way you won't have a oopsie. And then this is Pretty Peacock, the light. I tend to use the light blends more than the dark blends when I'm just coloring. If I'm doing shading, then I'll pull out the dark blends. But when I'm just doing a color, I will generally just grab the light. It's just personal preference. You can use whichever you want. It doesn't really matter. It's just whatever you feel. However it grabs you. Okay, dimensionals. And again, with this one, you might want to try to put dimensional to the right and here, so that it's not on top of that. I think I stuck it on top of the string. If you've got those mini dimensionals, that would come in great about now. So I'm going to try to put it there and there, leaving it in the middle. We'll see how that works. And then again, just like 4 on here. We're almost done. You're doing good. You've hung in all this time, and if you have, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to everyone who subscribes to my channel. I truly, truly, truly appreciate it. We're almost at 1,000, and you know I'm going to do something fun when we hit 1,000. I think I'll be giving away a free bundle, and I haven't decided. I think I might pick the bundle because I have a bundle in mind that I think that y'all will love. But it'll be like a little competition that I'll run, so you'll have to it'll be a guess how many, and then whoever gets closest is going to win, and that's to celebrate our growth. I know they say the first 1,000 subscribers is your hardest, but you know, I absolutely love doing this, so I hope you really enjoy. I'm going to actually change that. I'm going to put that one here. I hope you really enjoy these videos and these kits, these kit offerings, and the I'm actually going to change that and put it up there. See, we can change it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be the same. So, let's see if we can you see the difference in the heart there? So you can either have it plain, or you can put a little edging around it. Just depends on which way you want it to look. Yeah, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please go ahead and help us get to 1,000 by hitting that subscribe. because as soon as I do, I can't do the giveaway till I get the 1,000. So would love for that to happen. I mean, if it could happen this month, that'd be great, but I think it's actually going to be by August. But maybe that'll be fun too, because the new mini comes out, so maybe it'll be a Christmas bundle. Okay, so there's our 4 cards for not just this week. This is all the way to the 24th. So this ordering special is good to the 24th of July 2023. When you spend $35 before shipping and tax, you're going to get this kit sent to you absolutely free in the mail. Free. Just coming at you, right? So your die cut pieces, your linen thread will be cut for you. This linen thread, it'll all come in the envelopes. You get envelopes as well. Then you get that PDF tutorial. So you've got all the measurements, you've got all the item numbers, you've got everything you need to create more. And then again, like I said, if you don't have the truck, you put something else here. Use this exact same layout, use the same paper, just change the truck image. Boom. You know, it's so simple. Okay, I hope you love it. Remember, bonus days are happening July, and that finishes July 31st. Ordering special finishes the 24th. I'll be back next Thursday, the 20th of July, with, I don't know, something that's not a kit offering. It'll be a video, it'll be a tutorial, it'll be a fun card, and yeah, I'm going to go figure out what that is, but we'll find out. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope you love these cards. I hope you try them. I hope you grab the kit, and I hope that having the kit offering open to the 24th helps, you know, my my people who do order kits from me. I hope that helps out a little bit more. So less kits, but open for longer, and then more fun in between. So let me know what you think of that format too. If you're loving it, you know, shoot me some comments. I really want to hear feedback, and I am a people pleaser, so I want to make people happy. And I want to give you all a chance to grab this kit. It's a great value. I mean, look. Free with minimum purchase. Hello. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Okay, guys. Well, I've had fun. I've missed doing my little weekly recordings. And I will catch you next Thursday. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend coming up. Be safe. And be creative. Bye now.